you, Jamie, for that scornful introduction.
We are those pragmatists, masters of history.
Geniuses of philosophy.
Philosophy, yes. Pioneers of science.
And what we need from you to get started, from you, sir, just a single word.
Food.
Food. I can tell where your mind is at.
Food developed in a laboratory. Unnatural. Metaphysic. Unnutritious.
Did you hear about those Japanese scientists who have actually made meat from human feces?
Yes.
Like synthetic meat?
No. Evil.
Well, think about the remarkable possibilities of this. If you're a vegetarian and you're eating synthetic meat, is that comply with your vegetarianism?
This seems to me to be a fundamental statement of inefficiency. If you got all the nutrients out of it the first time, then when you shit it out, it would be totally worthless.
Well, you know why food is brown? It's all the dead red blood cells.
I could have not known that and died a happy man.
Well, it's just your spleen recycling. Recycling is good. We do it for the environment, right?
Sure.
This is just one more example of recycling.
This presumes I recycle.
What we see here is a giant recycling center with bins lined all up along this wall.
Giant bins!
Over here it's labeled glass. In the center it's labeled aluminum. And over here it's labeled plastic.
The labels are huge. They're fucking huge. We're talking 300-point font. Sans serif.
I used to be really big into fonts because I used to design posters for my fraternity to advertise all of our parties. Yeah, oh, what? You're going to roll your eyes at that.
Fraternity. The only fraternity I was ever in was the one of scientists.
You were in the same fraternity.
That's not to say it wasn't one of scientists.
Well, yes, that's true. We were all scientists. I was a chemist. You were a computer scientist. Of sorts.
Continue your
What sort of computer scientist were you?
The short kind?
There are an awful lot of those. We see here a tiny, tiny laboratory with lab benches that come up to knee height on me. And fume hoods that only extend up to about my chin level is like the highest level that you can raise the sash.
The chairs are small, low to the ground, in all primary colors. There's meticulously laid out Play-Doh of different colors as well, and shatterproof, child-safe beakers. It's time for us to stake our claim, to rule this all. To commingle the browns and the greens, the corrugated with the newsprint.
I've declared myself Lord of polyethylene terephthalate already.
And I will grovel at your very feet.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
What is your first order, my lord?
Well, my lord, my order is to melt down all the polyethylene terephthalate and turn it into new polyethylene terephthalate bottles.
And your minions will do it. With gusto.
All right. Feudal Recycling Center has begun. Not futile. There are a lot of people who say that we can't save this earth, you know?
But yet what will come to pass with your bidding, my lord.
That's right. We've got old peers.
Minions, can you hear me? Go forth and commingle. Mix, recycle, reclaim for our land.
But,
That's what you wanted, right?
well, no, I just kind of wanted to keep the plastics and the aluminum and the bottles separated. So no commingling, but otherwise, yeah, you know.
Do the exact opposite of what I've said.
Well, okay. Not the exact opposite, because I like the whole part about ruling the land, but, you know, just pull back in the commingling, because we don't want to confuse them by commingling the recyclables. Just say, don't commingle the recyclables.
I have to write this down.
Maybe I should do this. Minions, this is the Lord of polyethylene terephthalate, and all almighty sorcerer of the recycling center, do not commingle the recyclables. The order was to commingle amongst the minions and go forth and produce useful products from the refuse that people have tossed away.
I think they got it.
That's good, because, you know, if they put the aluminum in here, there's just terrible things that could happen. You can't melt aluminum, man.
As you wish, my lord. You shall walk upon. Daddy! Daddy! Oh, Daddy!
What have we said about pugs in the lab, son?
Always scrub out first, Dad.
That's right. And make sure you know where all the eye wash stations are in case I have stains on my pants.
We made goop today.
Fascinating, a plasticine substance, inevitably deformable, easily remoldable, heat sensitive. Yes, I think you're advancing along nicely. And tell me, what did you do with the glassware when you were done?
I put it in the sonic rinser.
Nothing could make me prouder.
My birthday's tomorrow.
Oh, don't think that I've forgotten. Don't think that I've forgotten. You should see the surprise that I've got lined up. Turn around. I'm gonna uncover your eyes. It's the thermite reaction.
Oh my God, Daddy! A 3-foot-tall nuclear power reactor. I've always wanted one.
I just figured there's nothing too good for a sun so bright.
It's smoking already.
Well, it shouldn't be smoking. Let me put in the graphite control rods. Woo!
Daddy, it's getting hot over here.
Oh, it's nothing that the International Atomic Energy Agency will come looking at me for.
What's that? The alarms. What are those alarms?
Oh, that's nothing to worry about. It's just some minor neutron escapage. Don't worry, the chain reaction might go supercritical, but I'm not terribly concerned about that.
Daddy, it's so hot. I feel extra fingers growing in my chest. Daddy, I'm scared.
It's okay, son. It's just the superpowers that was your other birthday present.
So what are we supposed to pick up? The glass ones or the aluminum ones?
My t-shirt just has a recycling symbol and a number 3 on it. I don't know what that means.
Ah, fuck it. We'll just get them all. Leave it to Dwight to pick it up later.
God, you don't want to be here when Dwight comes through. He'd recycle you if he could.
What a prick.
Ah, the man, he's got the giant sausage fingers, you know? Like the giant sausage fingers. I've seen that man take 6 12-ounce beer bottles. Yeah, 6 12-ounce beer bottles, because he's got 6 fingers, and put one on each finger, and I'll just stuff them into a bag.
It's got halitosis breath, too.
I've seen him palm the head of a small child.
Oh, and the breath. He just takes the child in and passes right out.
Yeah.
It's like coffee mixed with rotten cardboard.
Oh,
And the
God.
dregs from old bottles.
Oh God, don't remind me. I've smelled so much rotten cardboard in this job that it's become old hat to me, you know? It's like stuck in my nostrils all day. I don't even notice it anymore.
We should quit. Fuck this. We don't need it.
Man, if you quit, what are you gonna do? What marketable skills do you have? You're
I've got
like,
tons of marketable skills.
I can separate waste from other waste.
That's right. I can tell brown from green. I can tell the cardboard with the squiggles in between from a newspaper.
Corrugated versus newspaper, that's very
That's
useful
fucking
knowledge
skills.
in the recycling industry.
No, man. You could go into local garbage disposal. We could work at a brewery. But some of the beer comes in the greens and some come in the browns.
I heard that
We
the
would be
brown...
their man for bottling. Should do it.
You don't know anything about putting anything in the bottles. They're already empty when they get to you. You don't even know anything about taking things out of the bottles. You just drink from the water fountain.
Man, I'm sick of being held back. I could learn that. I know what beer tastes like. I could tell a Guinness from a Heineken.
They all smell like Dwight's breath to me.
Dad, can I have the car keys?
I'll just warn you, son. There's a fusion reactor in the center. You don't want to mess with the tritium.
It's fine. You tell me every time.
No. Your superpower hand. You're growing up so fast.
Yeah, I'm growing up. You know what? I'm 22 and I've never been laid. Superpower's my ass.
You're just different. A brilliant boy, a scientific mind. You always had one. I remember back to your 14th birthday when you first created life.
Well,
Electrical energies and lots of cadavers. And yeah, even though Skippy died, it's still been, you still had a good run.
Dad, I want to create life the natural way. I don't want to do it in the petri dish with the blue dye and the green dye and the... I'm tired of your science life. I want to be a normal kid with a normal right arm. A girlfriend, also with a normal right arm.
Right. Do you remember this time when we went to the Fermi lab and you saw particles accelerated for the first time beyond the speed of light?
Yeah.
You felt something special that day. A twinge within your soul, knowledge that you're part of something greater than yourself, right?
Yeah, but I was... Oh, I guess you're right.
And Dwight, do you remember this day 5 years ago when you all of a sudden discovered that light and matter are completely interchangeable
Yeah, I guess I do.
and fully came into consciousness of the wave particle duality? You have the mind of a brilliant scientist. Do you realize how much Einstein got laid?
You know, Dad, I just never...
Have you ever seen that man's hair and thought, that man got so much poontang? Do you know why he got so much poontang? Because he felt it in his soul, the connection to the universe.
There's also that picture of him with his tongue sticking out. I mean, I can't believe I'm talking about this to my dad.
Discover whimsy, son! Discover whimsy in the natural world!
All right, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go out, and I'm going to get a job, and I'm going to find a woman. Thanks, Dad.
Hugging's weird, hugging's weird. I'm sorry.
Come on!
Just
Get over it.
ever since your 7th birthday, it's been weird.
Dad.
Let's just try this way.
Ah! Hi, I'm Dwight. I'm here for the interview.
Ah, yes, I'm the Lord of Polyethylene Terephthalate. I usually don't shake with my left hand. Well,
I think you...
we can manage this, yes. What you see here
as a grand and noble tradition in the human experiment.
Those are big fucking containers.
Large enough to fit a man, or these over here, 1,700 12-ounce brown beer bottles, all to get melted down and reformed into 1,700 more 12-ounce beer bottles.
So what kind of position is this?
Dwight, you are the man I've been looking for, the man who can hold a bag in his right hand and pick with the left, separate the brown from the green, the number 2s from the number 5s, the number 1s from the number 3s, the high-density polyethylene from the low-density polyethylene. Dwight,
You're
You
saying
are-
there's a place here for me?
you are physically the perfect specimen, my champion of garbage separation.
I can't say it's glorious, but it's a chance, it's a start.
It's not just a start, Dwight. I am offering you a position in my right hand, keeping my minions in line. Your radiation-scarred body has made you giant and tremendous.
I never realized.
I trust that your left hand will keep down those who seek insurrection against me, who try to commingle the aluminums with the plastics. Dwight,
I will see to it that they are kept down. Yes! Yes!
you will pick them up in the palm of your large hands, and you will say unto them, no more.
And I will drink awful coffee so that when I do, they can smell my awful breath. Yes!
You are going above and beyond already. I see great future in this position for you, Dwight.
When they look awkward at me, I will stick my deformed finger up their nose and hold them close to my face and look in their eyes and say, the squiggles are called corrugation! The squiggles are called corrugation!
And they should be kept separate!
And they should be kept separate! Do you have a daughter? Thank you, we are those pragmatists.